Now let's check this also. We have about 4.5 divided by 3. Now the first thing is we split this into 2. That is power 4 plus 0.5 divided by 3. Now after that, you are now going to check 3 divided by 4. It cannot go. It will give us decimal. Is that clear? Now we don't want it to give us decimal. Now what you are now going to do is this. You are going to start by adding, you find the smallest number, whereby when you add to that 4, it will give you a number where when you divide it by 3, it will give a perfect number. You can start with 1. You add 1 to this one, it becomes 5. 5 divided by this by 3 still give you a decimal. Then you jump to 2, which is you add 2 to this one, which is 6. So 6 divided by 3 will give you a perfect value, which is 2. Then which means you are adding 2 to it. The way you added 2 to this one, that is what you are going to do to this one also. Is that clear? Let's change this. Let's change this to 4, please. 4. The way you have added 2 to this one, that's what you are going to do to this one too. Now we have this. Power 4 plus what? You have added 2 to this, which will give us power 6. You add 2 to this one, so that will be 2.4. Then you divide it by 3. So let's divide this one by 3 separately. So this will give us power 6 divided by 3 plus 2.4 divided by 3. So 3 can go here 1, 3 can go here what? 2. So this one will be power 2 plus 3 divided by this. What's it going to give? 0.8. So the answer will give us bar 2 plus 0.8 will give you bar 2.8. Is that clear? So that's how to solve multiplication and division of logarithms of number less than 1. So let's now go to the logarithms properly now. Let's get some beautiful questions. Let me get some beautiful questions. Now let's check this question now. We have this. This is a typical example of logarithms of number less than 1. Now the first thing we are going to do is, let's check a table. You have number and you have log. You have this 0.6821. First thing you are going to do, which is the simplest format, is what is the first value you are going to put there. The first value you are going to put there depends on number of zeros. You have only 1 0 here, which means you are going to put bar 1. If it is 2 0, you put bar 2. If it is 3 0, you put bar 3. Is that clear? Now you now check your logarithms table. 28, 68 under 2 difference 1. What is it going to give? 68 under 2 difference 1. 8338. Difference 1 will give you what? 1. So we have 8339. Is that clear? So which means the logarithms of 28 under 2 difference 1 will give you 8339. Now let's go to the second one. We go 0.005924. Is that clear? Now you now check. How many zeros did we have here? 1, 2, 3. So which means this one will be what? Bar 3. Then you check 59 under 2 difference 4. 59 under 2 is what? 7733 23. Difference 4. 3. So that will be 7726. Is that clear? 7726. I hope we all know how to read a logarithms using table. So if we all know how to use a logarithms using table, that's fine. So we are using table to find the logarithms of all this. So in this aspect now, this is addition. Why are we adding it? We are adding these two logarithms because it is multiplication. If you could remember in my first lesson, I said multiplication is addition in logarithms, while division is subtraction. So when it is division, here you subtract, but when it is multiplication, you add the two values together. That is why we did how to add and subtract logarithms and how to multiply and divide logarithms before going into this. Exactly. Now, in this aspect now, let's add this together. You don't need to be using calculator to add this together. I always encourage my students to use manual addition and subtraction. So let's add this together. This one will give us 15, isn't it? Now remainder 1, this one will give 6, this one will give 0, remainder 1, this one will give 6 points. There is 1 here. You carry 1 to this place. So this one, let's translate this. This is 1 minus plus minus 3. This is 1 by 1, 1 minus 1 plus by 3 plus minus 3. Exactly. Which will give us 1 minus 1 is what? Is 0. Is 0 plus minus 3 is what? Minus 3, isn't it? So that will be by 3. So you just put by 3 here. Exactly. So when you subtract this, it will give you by 3. That is 1 minus 1 is 0. Is 0 minus 3 will give you minus 3, which is by 3. Now in this aspect now, we have roots here. We have roots. This root is telling us that when you have added this, root in multiplication in logarithms means what? It means division. While power means multiplication. So which means we are going to divide this. We are going to divide this by the what? By the root. The root here is supposed to be what? 2. It is 2 that is here, invisible 2. Whenever you see root, it is 2 that is there. Now, if it is 3 that is there, they have to put the 3 or 4 or 5. If it is any number apart from 2, they will put it here. Exactly. So it is invisible 2 that is here because of the root. So which means you are going to divide your answer by what? By 2. So now, we are now going to do this one manually the way we did this. Did you get it now? That's why you have been taught this before going into the logarithms. So how are you going to divide this? Just the same way. You split this into 2. That will be by 3 plus 0.6065. Exactly. So it will become this. You don't need to do it on your table, but we can still do it on our table by saying this is by 3 plus 0.6065 divided by what? 2. Exactly. Now, you will find out that when you divide 2 by 3, it will give you decimal. What did I say you will do when it is giving you decimal? You are going to add a nearest value to it that will make this value, when you divide it, it will give you a perfect value, which is, if you add 1 to this one, it will become 4. So 4 divided by 2 will give you a perfect value. So you are adding 1 to this one will become by 4, plus you are still adding 1 to this one too. It will become 1.6065. Then you can now divide it by what? 2. So divide this one by 2, what is it going to give? By 2 plus divide this by 2, what is it going to give, please? 1.6065 divided by 2 will give you what? 0.8 what? 80325. So that will be 33, isn't it? 0.8033. So when you add this one, what is it going to give? That will be by 2 plus 0.80